Hi everyone, my name's Natalie and here are the meals that we have had the last couple of weeks. It is the end of term here. The children have 5 days left before the summer holidays, so everything is super quick and easy. It is for 2 adults and 9 children, although a couple of the kids have been away at camp, so there's a few meals less for some days. If you do like these types of videos, please like and subscribe as it helps our little channel a lot. Hey everyone, so for tonight's meal we are having a lasagna, garlic bread and then corn cobs too. All of the ingredients for the lasagna and for the spaghetti bolognese came to about £6 in total. There's just some mushrooms, some peppers and onions in there along with everything else. It was just over £1 for the free garlic baguettes, as that's the Morrison Savers one, and then it was £1.80 for the sweet corn. That was reduced at Morrison's. Some of the children didn't want one, so that's why there's only some on the plates. I've been meaning to make this for a little while and we haven't had it for a few weeks and I finally got around to it. Hi, so for tonight's meal we are having burrito style wraps and then some of the mixture at the side too. This time we cooked the rice in with the mixture and it ended up being a big hit, so I do think that we will do this again in future. It was £2.20 for the wraps, then it was about 60p for the rice. There's peppers, onions and mushrooms in there too, so we used 2 peppers for this, 2 onions and then some mushrooms. So that was about £1.80 for all of those. We used a passata and 2 tins of tomatoes with some seasoning, so that was around £2 for that. And the cheese was about £1.50 too, as we did add it in the wraps and then they had a little bit at the side. The pasta was only about 15p as it is just for the younger babies. So tonight is the children's show, their end of year show, which means that we were going to be out around when we usually have dinner. Popped into Sainsbury's earlier and they had some of the Pizza Express dough balls reduced to 70p a packet. So I picked up 4 packs of those, which was £2.80. It was 50p for the spaghetti, £2.50 for the mince. Then there's some peppers in there and onions, so that was about £1.50 for those. 2 tins of tomatoes and then herbs to go with it, so that was about £1.20 for that, and then about £1 for the cheese, as we didn't actually use that much cheese in the end. Can't be a spaghetti bolognese. So for tonight's dinner we're having chicken wraps with a salad and then some Alpha Bites too. The Alpha Bites came from Iceland. They were in the 10 for £10 offer, so it was £2 for the 2 bags. Then the salad came to about £2.20 in total. The wraps are also £2.20 for the 2 packs. The chicken nuggets are the ones that got substituted, so they were £3.40 for those. And then we used 2 packs of the chicken steaks from Morrison's, and they're £1.99 a pack. It's not often that we put the chicken steaks in the wraps. Usually we use actual chicken rather than the frozen one from Morrison's. But the children really wanted wraps and we had planned on the chicken steaks anyway. Hi! So for tonight's meal we are having mashed potato with chicken casserole and then a mixture of carrots and sweet corn. I completely forgot to put the vegetables on, and by the time that I remembered it was too late to do the frozen veg. So these are the tins of carrots and sweet corn, and it was about £1.20 for those. Then we used tomatoes this time for the chicken casserole, and it's got peppers and onions in there. I know that we put that in just about everything, but it's just what the children prefer. So that was about £1.20 for that, plus the 2 tins of tomatoes. That was £1 with some seasoning. £2.30 for the potatoes, as we used 2 bags. And then we've actually put cheese on the mashed potatoes this time. That was about £1.50, as we did use quite a lot for that too. We mostly use gravy when we do this, so it was just a little bit of a change. So for tonight's dinner we are having just a simple pasta bolognese. I picked up this pasta from Aldi, and I can't remember how much it was. I think it was 80 odd p, and we did use the whole bag. Again, we had peppers and onions. This time I used 3 peppers, so that was £1.80, and then about 60p for the onions. We did use a jar of sauce with this, so again that was about 86p for that, and then another 50p for the tomatoes that we added in, and then about £1 for the cheese, as we didn't use as much as we usually would, as we had 2 dinners down, as Kiana and Logan are off to camp. So for tonight's meal we are having McDonald's. It's Neve and Caleb's birthday, so this is what they chose, and it ended up coming to about £34 in total, which is still quite a lot considering that Logan and Kiana are still at camp, so there was 2 meals missing compared to what we usually get. But this is what they wanted for their birthday takeaway, so this is what they got. Hi, so for tonight's meal we are having a beef curry. Again, we've just done the rice in with the curry itself, as last time the children really enjoyed it when it was like this. And I also put some hash browns in there for the younger children, but then everyone ended up having them anyway. So it's about £3 for the hash browns, as we used 2 of the bags that we picked up from Poundland. About 60p for the rice. We used 1 pack of diced beef that we got from Morrison's, and that was £5.90 for that. We did use 2 jars of the curry sauce, the jalfrezi sauce, so that was £2 for that as well. And then, as usual, there's just some onions and some mushrooms in there, so that was around £1 for that in total. It has been so long since we have had a beef curry. We've had chicken curry over and over again, so we just wanted something a bit different. And for tonight's meal we are having chicken casserole, but this time with gravy. We used some of the mixed vegetables that we got from Morrison's, and they're on sale for £1.09. The Yorkshire puddings are only 49p a pack, and we used 2 packs of those. 2 bags of the potatoes at £2.20. It's £6.70 for the chicken, and then about 60p for the onions and the gravy too. This is just a really quick alternative, or the same I suppose to cook as a roast dinner, and the children are preferring to have this. So for tonight's dinner we are having a beef and onion pie with mixed vegetables and mashed potatoes. It's the second night in a row that we've had a similar dinner, but I know that this is one of the children's favourites, and it's Mark's favourite, and it is Father's Day. So it was £5.80 for the beef. This was the second packet. I was originally going to use 2 packets in it, but there was quite a lot of beef there, so I split it between 2 meals. It was £2.60 for the puff pastry, £2.20 for the 2 bags of potatoes, and £1.09 for the vegetables, plus about 60p for the onions and the gravy too. But I know this will go down really well even though it was similar to last night's meal, as everyone has been asking for it. So for tonight's meal, we are having a really random combination of tuna pasta and then a chicken burger for some of the children too. We usually have this as a lunch, but Neve had a disco tonight, so I wanted to try and make something that was quick. And then Neve didn't want to have tuna pasta because of said disco, so she wanted a chicken burger. But once I started making it for the babies, she decided that she did in fact want this. So they just ended up with both in the end. So it was about 60p for the pasta, £1.20 for the sweet corn and £3 for the tuna and mayonnaise. The buns were on sale at the shop and they were about £1.24 a packet, and we brought 2 of those. And then in Morrison's at the moment they have the 6-pack of chicken burgers Bird's Eye on sale, the 7 fried ones, so that was £2.80 for the bigger family pack of those to go in there. And would it be a meals of the week if we didn't have a pizza meal in there somewhere? So we've got the pizza that came from Farm Foods for £2, then 2 of the £5 pizzas from Morrison's counter. Randomly we have some chips from the Chinese, and that was £3 for those. The salad is a pre-bought one. It was one of the 2 for £1.20s from Morrison's. And then for the babies and mixed in with that salad is a cucumber, which was £1 as it was an extra large one. This is a really throw together tea, last minute, it's really warm, and it's something that I know that the children will eat.